and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Lala. Hi, welcome to my channel. And if you're returning, then hey, what's up? How you doing? So y'all, today is Sunday. I usually upload a vlog today, but I decided to not vlog the last few weeks, like 2 weeks. Since I've been back from Atlanta, I haven't done like a regular weekly vlog. I want to start back fresh next year, so my first vlog will be next weekend. But I did want to put out a video today anyway, so I'm gonna do a little New Year's resolution video while I create this look. Y'all, I'm not too sure about the lip. I think I'm about to take it off, but so I wanted this to just be a quick video. I'm gonna talk about some things that I want to accomplish or even change and practice for the new year, and at the same time get ready for my video. But I'm doing a really quick makeup look, like it's not too much, okay? By the way, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Holidays to everyone. I hope you all enjoyed your holiday. Happy New Year if you're watching this after, you know, the day that it's posted. So with all that being said, if you want to see me create this quick little makeup look I got going on while I talk about some of my plans for 2024, then just keep on watching. Okay y'all, so I already did brows, liner. Sorry, but I have to do that ahead of time because I suck. And I got my robe on because for some reason I'm freezing. I have been taking iron pills to try and correct that. We'll see if that helps, but I'm freezing. Okay, so I have 5 things, like 5 main things on my list. Basically just 5 things that I want to really, if y'all hear like a little munching noise, Coco is like over there munching on his food and drinking water. But these are like my 5 main focus points for the year, the new year. I do have a few goals. I'll talk about them at the end. I'm not gonna go in depth on the goals. They're just like the goals you would expect someone to have at the beginning of the year. But I have 5 main things that I need to change or at least execute better than I'm doing now. Also, if you want to know about any of the products that I'm using on my face, they will be listed down below in the description. So number 1, I want to be more proactive. Just with anything I need to do, I want to be more on top of it, and I just want to stand on business.
I stand on business. You drop me somewhere, I stand on business. You drop me in your hood, I stand on business.
I don't feel like you stand on business.
Yeah, I've been stood on business.
When I'm supposed to and not procrastinate. I feel like a lot, especially this year, oh my gosh, my little thingy's getting dirty. A lot of the time, I'm like, oh, I have time, and I push things off into the very last minute, or at least almost to the last minute, when in reality, if I would have just been like proactive, I would have accomplished what I accomplished way better, way faster. I would have been more satisfied with my results. This happens a lot. Ow, what is on here stabbing me? There's something sticky on my beauty blender, like pointy, sticky. What the hell? I do this a lot with like recently YouTube videos and like my homework. I don't know if any of you guys noticed. Maybe a few of you noticed, I don't know. But I used to upload my videos early, like in the morning. I would shoot for 11 a.m. every time I'm gonna upload a video. Recently, it's been like whatever time I get done with the editing, because what I normally would do is edit throughout the week. So like, let's say, like how my videos go up on Saturday, I would film, like this video today is Friday. I should have done this video 2 days ago, but I'm doing it today because I'm being lazy and I know that I'm gonna use my makeup tonight. So I'm like, okay, let me just kill 3 birds with 1 stone, record this video, the video I'm about to do after I finish recording this one, and use the makeup to go out to dinner tonight. I don't wanna do that, like it's makeup, okay? Just do it. Yeah, sometimes it sucks that you have to take it off after doing it for an hour. I mean, like, or just do your videos without makeup. Like, what is the big deal? And even like my homework, I will wait until the due date to do it, because for one, I just really don't like doing homework. And a lot of the time I do get good grades and I feel confident with the work that I'm turning in. But I know sometimes it could just be way better. Like this last semester, one of my classes, I got a C. I usually do A's and B's, but I do have a few C's on my record, and I'm getting too comfortable allowing these C's to happen when I know I can do better. So even if I just do a little bit of my tasks throughout the week, at least when it's time for like that final day for me to be done with everything, I don't have much to do, if anything left to do. Like, I don't want to be a procrastinator. Like, I remember saying to someone before, like, oh, you're a procrastinator, like you're procrastinating, and now look at me. So number 2, I want to be a lot more business oriented. I have some things that I'm working on, y'all, like literally right now, that I'm so excited for, and it has taken me a while to figure everything out, but I'm glad that I'm figuring it out. And I'm glad that it's taken me a while because now I know so much more. I'm so much more experienced along with my education because I am studying business. I just think like I'm ready. And if I would have started any earlier, I'd probably, I'd make mistakes, I'd learn from my mistakes, but now at least there's a few mistakes that I know I can avoid because of what I've already learned. And I actually want to use my degree. I know so many people not so many, but I know a few people who have graduated and they are not working in the field that they, did all that hard work for to get the degree. They're not even in the field, which is fine. Sometimes people have a change of heart. I was lucky enough to go through school a few times and go through so many jobs that I actually figured out that I just want to be an entrepreneur. So I'm going to school for the field that I know I want to be in, and I just feel like it's gonna work out. So yes, I just want to be more business oriented. Like even the way I think about things now, I want to think about things always from a business perspective because it's just gonna help me in the long run with my own businesses. Like when I go out to restaurants, I look around and I see what's going on and I'm paying attention to certain things. I'm thinking about what the owner of the restaurant did to set up something a certain way, or just little things like that. I find it very helpful and mentally stimulating anyway. So I just love learning new things, useful things. With entrepreneurship, I've always just looked at it as you have to know what business, that one business that you love, you just have to know what you want to do. And really a lot of these entrepreneurs out here have multiple businesses that they own. It's not just their one dream job, like Bob's Burgers. They always wanted a burger shop and then they went and opened a burger shop. Like, no, that's for cartoons, okay? Entrepreneurs out here have multiple businesses because that's what it's about. It's about making money on your own, like through business. It's not just about having that one, mom and pop shop that you always wanted your entire life. This is not what I wanted right now. I should have used my brush for the powder, but looks like we're doing it. Looks like we're baking today. Okay, number 3, I just want to be more comfortable with my clothing, my fashion. I've mentioned this a few times on this channel, but I think I'm doing pretty good. Like this past year, I feel like I did a good job at just wearing things that I feel physically comfortable in, not just like, I want the look and the feeling in the clothes to both feel comfortable to me. Like you could see me in an outfit and you may think it looks so good on me, but I'm not okay with the way I'm being presented at that time. For example, let's say we're at a restaurant and it's like one of those restaurants where there's a lot of families eating, there's kids and stuff like that. I'm not really comfortable. Okay, I don't really want to be around a restaurant like that where it's like a lot of family people in there, there's kids and stuff. Ow. So let's just say I'm in an outfit showing way too much skin, something that's short and give them more of like a club vibe than a family restaurant. Like you may look at me and think, damn, you look good, girl. Like you look so cute and compliment me even. But when I look around and I see all these kids, I'm not gonna feel good. Even if I feel good physically in the outfit, I don't feel good about the way I'm presenting myself at that moment. So when I say I want to be comfortable in my clothing, it is from a physical point for sure. I want to feel good in what I have on. I want to be able to move around freely and bend over and not worry about my ass coming out. But I also want to give off the vibes. Like I don't want to be like dressed up to go play basketball if we're at a 5-star restaurant. You know what I mean? Like, so that's my thing. I just want to be intentional with my clothing, and I don't want to feel out of place. And I also want my clothes to fit me nicer. Like, I'm really getting over like the skinny jeans. I love leggings. Like, if I'm gonna wear something that's fitted, it has to be stretchy. Like, I've always loved leggings, and I love like stretchy yoga type pants in a way, but with pockets. It's just a lot that I'm over when it comes to clothing right now. So I'm trying to figure all that stuff out. So for number 4, I put, and I'm looking down at my notes, that's what I'm looking at. I put that I want to be more open to communication. If you've been here a while, you know that I hang out a lot by myself. A lot of the friends that I had, I don't have them anymore. I've just been fine with being by myself, really. At the same time, I get really bored and I'm like, damn, it'll be cool to have somebody to hang out with. But then it's like when I try, I'm like, you know what? This was a bad idea. I should have just stayed in my cave, in my bubble, especially with COVID, like being on lockdown and not having to speak to people, even like in businesses, like everybody had on a mask, and then I could wear a mask, my hat, and my sunglasses and just be so antisocial. Like, that put me in a space that I just felt comfortable in. And I don't want to be like the biggest social butterfly in the room, but I do want to be less close off. I feel like towards the end of this year, I've been doing good at that, especially when I'm out of town. It's easier to talk to people when you're not from the place. I don't know why. I don't know, but for me, it just is. It's easier for me to communicate with people when I'm out of town. But in general, I've just been really guarded because I want to protect my peace. I feel like I let people in, I get close, and then I kind of let my guard down because I feel comfortable with them, and that's how it should be. It should be like that. When you feel comfortable around someone, you shouldn't have to feel like you have to have a guard up and protect yourself at all times because this is someone that you're comfortable with. You should be okay with telling them certain things or doing certain things around them because you feel like this is your people, like you cool, we're friends, whatever. But I have done that and it just bit me in the big behind. Like, no, girl, dang, like you chose the wrong person to open up to you. And the flags be there, but sometimes the flags are there for me. Like, I'm thinking of one specific situation, which might be a story time, I don't know. There were a few minor flags, but then the flags just turned gigantic. Like, they became gigantic after I already was cool with the person. Like, the first few red flags were kind of like, okay, that's a little weird, and I know I'm weird too. Like, that's the thing. I give people the benefit of the doubt because of myself. Like, I think about me. Like, I put myself in their shoes and I'm like, okay, maybe that person's response to a certain situation wasn't the most typical, but what would I have done in that situation? Maybe I would have done something weird too. So I be trying to give people the benefit of the doubt. But then it turns out that I should have just took that little tiny yellow flag as a red flag. Like, but see, that's just not a good way to think about things. I don't know. It's so, see what I mean? This is why I just stay to myself and I protect my peace. Because it's so odd and uncomfortable and just, but I do for the next year, I want to try a little bit, like just a little bit. I don't have to like make 1,000 new friends and be at every party and every event, but I do want to step out a little bit and communicate more than I have been. But again, I feel like I have been doing good at that since like December. Like November, December time, I've been doing good at opening up a little bit and speaking to people out in public. Like, even at the grocery store, I be avoiding people, y'all. Like, and number 5, I want to build a stronger relationship with God. Okay, so I love my relationship with God. Don't get me wrong. I know I don't talk much about my beliefs or religion really on YouTube. I try to keep that part to myself because I want the sacredcy, I want the spiritual connection that I feel I have with God, and I feel like it's a great one. I feel like it's beautiful, I love the connection that I have with God. I love my personal relationship with him. But I do feel like I've been slacking a little bit. Like I've been getting more wrapped up in the world and society and just all these things that are happening that just distract me from God. They spiritually distract me, and I can find myself feeling worried or fearful, or like just I start to doubt certain things or have like questionable thoughts, or I just get so caught up in the head and my own ish that's going on that I'm forgetting. Just pray about it, talk to God, and it's gonna be okay. Like I need to get back on the boat of that. I do pray. I pray before I go to bed, and I pray when I wake up. I pray more when I wake up. Sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, I do just fall asleep because I be tired or sometimes a little tipsy. But when I wake up, it's easier for me to remember, because before I always want to reach for my phone, but something tells me in my head like, thank God for today. So before I even pick up that phone, I just close my eyes and I start praying, so it's easier for me to remember in the morning versus before I go to bed. But I do try to pray most nights. But I also need to remember to just pray and talk to him when I'm going through it throughout my day, not just not just to give the traditional prayer as in thank you and bless all my people and and everything that I say when I wake up and go to bed. But I also want to remember to talk to him about my issues that I'm dealing with. But for the most part, in that aspect, I feel like I'm good. Spiritually, this point in my life has been the best for me. I feel like maybe a year or two ago, it was even better. But now it's like I've been slowly like drifting off. But I mean, recently I've been back on it. So we're back on it. Like we're on it. Like I made sure to start working on some of these things before January. I don't want to be that girl that's like, oh, new year, new me. Like, no, why not start now, Like the business oriented one, like I've been on that. Being proactive, a little, I gotta work on that one. Being comfortable in my fashion, working on that. The communication I've been working on, and the relationship with God I've been working on. So, okay, so that's it for like my 5 main goals that I want to focus on for the year. Or task, I guess. I won't call them goals. My New Year's resolution, like that's what I want to do. But I do have 5 goals. They're just random goals that I want to work on. So what I just said were more like things that are like tasks, like things that I need to do to help me accomplish the goals. Boom, there you go. That's what that just was, those 5 things. But now the actual goals. Number 1, it's the same goal every year, and it's probably going to be a goal for the rest of my life, which is save more money. Like I be saving, but I could be saving a lot more. So it's not like I'm not saving anything at all. I feel like should I turn this light on? Number 2, start a new business venture. I'm working on one right now, but I do want to start at least 2 this year. 2. Listen, I'm going in, okay? I'm going in. I'm turning 30. I didn't expect to be where I am right now, in a good and a bad way. Life is just not what I thought it was gonna be when I was like a 15-year-old, just fantasizing about being able to be grown one day and do whatever I want. Life is just not that, but I'm also not dissatisfied, like, you know what I mean? But I do want more for myself, so I'm like really buckling down. Like I gotta get it together. And it's not because so much of it being a new year, it's more because it's a new decade for me. Like 30, like, is there anyone else like you had an age that you thought, like, I know for sure I thought 18 I was gonna be out the house, by 25 I was gonna be married with kids. Like, no. So I just feel like even though none of that happened, like I'm not married, I don't have kids, and I may not be working in the field I thought I was gonna be in, that's fine. But it's also the fact that I'm turning 30. And I thought that there would be so much more that I've done by now. Even though that I feel like I'm doing good, I'm proud of myself, I do feel like I could have done more by now. So that's why I'm so, like, I'm buckling down so much. I want to, build my community on YouTube. We're working on that. We'll be at 3,000 subscribers soon. I don't know how soon. Maybe like mid next year or close to the end of the year. Who knows? I want to travel more. I was supposed to be going to Paris in January for my birthday. Plans are not working out the way they were supposed to, so that's not gonna happen. But I still wanna go somewhere. We will see if that even happens. We'll see. We're supposed to be going to like Mexico instead, just because like we didn't get to plan Paris, and it's not gonna be what we need it to be if we were to go. So Paris later, and then we'll just go somewhere closer for now. I think we're gonna go somewhere in Mexico. And then lastly, grow my hair. Like, I've been working on my hair. It's getting so much better. It's grown back very thick and full. I just needed to get to the length that I want it to be. I need about 4 or 5 more inches and I'm good. Like, so my camera looks like it's about to overheat or die, one of the two. So I will come back when I am done getting ready to film this video, y'all. I went ahead and I put on this red lip that I got. You know when you go shopping at like Tom Ford or wherever and they give you like a little sample sized something? Yeah, this is a Tom Ford lipstick. It's very satin. It's very red. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it on. Let's see, let me know if y'all are feeling it. I think it's okay. I used to wear red lipstick like back in the day. It's been a long time, okay? But that is it for my look, and that is it for today's video. I will be back vlogging this week, so I will have a vlog the first weekend of January. But I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. Do you have any like main goals or like things you want to accomplish for the new year? Let me know down below. And I hope you guys achieve and manifest everything you deserve. Just don't give up on yourselves, your family, whatever you have going on. Don't give up. Have faith in yourself, believe in yourself, and know that God is with you. The universe, whatever you believe in, take that power, take that love, that energy, and give yourself grace. Just know that you are deserving just as much as anyone else. Don't give up on yourself. Give yourself grace. And yeah, I hope you guys have a happy New Year's Eve. Be safe. Happy holidays to everybody. Happy New Year's. Turn up. Have a good time. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, and I can't wait to see y'all in my next video.